Hello magazine lovers. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is about Barış Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel. Before we move into the video, please subscribe to my channel. Just when the dust had barely begun to settle from the emotional storm surrounding Barış Baktaş and his deeply tangled romantic history, another explosive twist has set fire to the already volatile situation. In a confession that's as scandalous as it is heartbreaking, Barış has allegedly admitted to something that threatens to ruin reputations, end relationships, and shake the fragile balance of three high-profile lives. Gülüm's lawyer saw Yağmur and me kissing, he reportedly said in a moment of reckless honesty, and with those few words, the entire Turkish entertainment world held its breath. For anyone following the ongoing saga of Barış Baktaş, Yağmur Yüksel, and Gülüm, Barış's estranged wife, this development feels like the peak of a mountain built on secrecy, betrayal, and emotionally charged promises. At the heart of it all is a love triangle that has grown darker, more twisted, and infinitely more painful with each passing week. While speculation about Barış's lingering feelings for Yağmur has been swirling for months, this revelation is not a rumor. It's an open wound. According to several sources close to the couple, the moment in question took place just days before Gülüm's legal team was due to finalize settlement agreements in what has become a bitter and highly publicized divorce. Barış had been seen meeting privately with Yağmur, an encounter that both parties previously described as casual and purely friendly. But now, all pretenses have been shattered. The setting? A secluded terrace on the upper floor of a private Istanbul cafe, away from paparazzi but evidently not safe from eyes that mattered most. It was there, in a moment that could be described as a reckless surrender to emotion, that Barış and Yağmur shared a kiss, one they thought no one saw. But fate, it seems, had other plans. Gülüm's lawyer, coincidentally dining in the same venue for a quiet lunch meeting, witnessed everything. He saw it, a source close to Gülüm confirmed. And he didn't hesitate. He immediately reported it to Gülüm, word for word. The kiss. The looks. The way they leaned into each other. Everything. The fallout was immediate and brutal. According to insiders, Gülüm was devastated, not just by the betrayal itself, but by the confirmation that her worst suspicions were not only justified, they were now legally relevant. The once messy divorce proceedings have now exploded into a war. What was heading toward a tense but manageable settlement has veered off into a battlefield of accusations, retractions, and threats of reputational damage. Barış, whose charm and public image have always been immaculately maintained, is now under fire from all directions. He has remained mostly silent in public, but behind the scenes, sources say he's been torn between panic and guilt. He didn't mean for it to happen, a friend of his shared. But it did. And once it did, he couldn't lie about it anymore. He told the truth. Maybe too late. But he told it. What complicates this further is the history between Barış and Yağmur, a history that runs deep and emotional. Months ago, Yağmur had gone public with her heartbreak, revealing in an emotional interview that Barış had once promised he would be hers. That vow, it seems, was not just words spoken in the dark. It was a deep-rooted truth that neither of them had let go of. And when they met that day, away from cameras and managers and expectations, something buried resurfaced. They weren't planning it, the same source said. But when they looked at each other, it was like time rewound. Like all the emotions they'd been pushing down for so long just burst out. The kiss, now infamous, lasted only seconds. But the damage it caused may take years to repair, if it can ever be repaired at all. For Yağmur, the backlash has been swift and cruel. Once seen as the victim in a complicated love story, she is now being cast as the other woman, again. Her social media has been flooded with messages ranging from pity to venom, and many fans have turned against her, accusing her of knowingly stepping into the middle of a marriage that was not yet legally over. She never stopped loving him, one of Yağmur's former colleagues said. She held on to that promise he made for years. And when she saw him again, she believed in it. She thought maybe, just maybe, there was still a chance. But she didn't ask to be dragged into court documents. She didn't ask to become ammunition. And then there's Gülüm, the woman who once stood proudly beside Barış as his wife, now thrown into a public spectacle that seems to expand by the hour. Friends say she feels humiliated and betrayed. She's not just angry, one source close to her shared. She's broken. This isn't just about infidelity. This is about trust. About knowing that the man she married had another woman etched into his heart the entire time. With the lawyer now preparing to submit a report of the incident into the ongoing legal case, there is a very real possibility that this kiss, this moment, could become legal evidence. Rumors are already swirling that Gülüm's team may pursue a clause of emotional betrayal to argue for a more aggressive financial settlement, citing moral damage and public humiliation. Meanwhile, Barış is reportedly in hiding, refusing to answer calls and turning down interview requests. Yağmur, too, has gone quiet, canceling a scheduled appearance at a film premiere and withdrawing from several upcoming projects. She needs space, a representative said. This wasn't the outcome she wanted. She didn't want to be a scandal. She wanted love. Closure. Maybe redemption. But in the chaotic world of celebrity, love rarely comes clean. And so, here they are, Barış, the actor whose romantic choices have derailed his life, Yağmur, the actress who believed in a promise made in the past, and Gülüm, the wife caught between public betrayal and private heartbreak. 3 lives intertwined, 3 hearts bleeding, and 1 kiss that changed everything. What comes next is anyone's guess. But if one thing is clear, it's that in the world of fame, love, and betrayal, nothing ever stays hidden for long. If there are any celebrities you would like to know about and follow current developments, please indicate in the comments. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you in the next videos. Goodbye.
We need your support to grow our channel and to bring you news faster. 90% of viewers leave without subscribing. Please support the Turkish Magazine family by subscribing and liking the video.